everybody. Welcome to the stream. We'll be ready to go in just a second. Give this a try. World of Horror, some new mods. Take care of that. Let's get a, let's see here. Yeah, this is the same as before. Let's try a new story. And pick a color scheme. Let's see here. That's kind of nice and Halloween-y. It's a couple days late for Halloween, but still. It's nice and Halloween-ish. Let's go. And we'll pick skeptic difficulty because I want to experience the story. Something strange is happening in our town. Rogue figures can be seen gathering in the woods at night. People are going missing. Disgusting creatures are terrorizing the seaside. The rapid technological progress of the modern era brings comfort, but also unknown threats. Old gods, malicious eldritch beings who ruled the earth eons ago, are awakening as reality starts to crumble. Armed with clues, spells, and your dwindling sanity, you'll investigate mysteries across the city and the realms beyond. An old train slows down and stops at its last station. The end of the world is at hand, and you finally arrived in a doomed town. Alright. Whoa. I like this, I like her. She's got good dexterity. Let's see here. Let's go with Skeptic. And let's continue. Now we pick an old god. So we can't run from combat. Casting spells, costing reason increases doom instead. Sure, I don't even use spells. Media has been reporting about various people with seemingly supernatural skills. Could it have any connection with the news about stars disappearing from the night sky? Alright. Thread of Fate, so I have a spell already. Defeat target human enemy. Oh wow. Okay. I can use that in an emergency. Let's go home. I want to shop. Yeah, sure. We'll have the police station as well. Let's confirm continue. Alright. Library notes. And a random spell, we there's one or two reasons. Okay. We got some money. This jacket. Alright. Let's take a bath. Got some EXP for that. Now let's check the custom mysteries. We've got a lot of them. Oh, this story is based off The Ring. That might be cool. 7 Deadly Days, a Ringu story. Yeah, sure. Let's try this one out. Oh boy. You decided to rent one of your favorite movies from the new VHS rental store. You just opened up and shared Howell last week. You arrive home to watch the tape, however, you find that it isn't your favorite movie. Instead, it's some strange video of a girl in a forest, accompanied by bizarre imagery and this horrible screeching sound. After the video ends, you receive a strange phone call. The screeching sound can be heard on the other end. What the hell was that about? In that phone call, you decide to return to the VHS rental store for refund. Wow, I miss those stores. I wonder how many other people have seen this strange tape. Alright. So, let's travel to downtown. Oh no, let's shop for items. We need a weapon. Steak knife. Let's equip it. Nice. Now then, let's investigate downtown. That's unfortunate. I really don't want to hold on to this creepy tape any longer. The door isn't locked. We need to just sneak inside and drop it off real quick. Push open the door and enter the building quietly. Drop off the tape, then turn to make away from the exit. What's this? You notice a room in the back of the rental store is lit by the flickering of TVs. Is somebody here watching a movie? You walk over to the room and slowly open the door. You enter the glowing room and see multiple TVs playing the same strange video you watched earlier. The TVs are all connected to VCRs in record mode. You notice that a bunch of the store's VHS movies are lying on the ground. A figure emerges from the shadows. It's the manager of the store. What are you doing in here? Get away from my work. Whoa, that's a weird manager. Alright, this is Dr. Cole. wake up from the floor of the strange VHS room. You must have passed out in the battle. Find a piece of paper lying on the floor. So it looks like previous customers were breaking into the store and since its opening last week. Does that mean they've all seen the strange video too? For what purpose though? Decided to pay a visit to the first customer on the list. This I think is an older event. It took you a while, but you were able to find the customer's address. As you get closer, you notice there's an ambulance outside the house. The dead body is being kicked out on a stretcher. The limbs are mangled and there is a horrible expression on the corpse's face. Hey Phoner, how you doing? This game isn't too hard. Well, I mean, it depends on the difficulty that you choose. Is this what happens when you watch the video? You need to get the tape out of the house and destroy it. Managed to sneak into the house while police officers and paramedics are preoccupied outside. Sneaking through the living room, you notice a woman sleeping on the couch. Quietly, you search the house for a VHS tape and find a stack in the bedroom. Checking the list you found earlier, you were able to find the movie that was rented. This is it. This is the tape. Smash it to bits! Take the tape and throw it to the ground, stomping into a mess of plastic and ribbon. Suddenly, the woman from earlier enters the room. What's wrong with her eyes? How dare you? The woman enters the room. That tape was meant for the eyes of the chosen. She killed my son, but then she chose me. I survived. She blessed me to carry on her will. Whoa. Okay, let's see. HP. Imagine if you find Kirk One Fawn on Betamax tape. We're gonna find Betamax player. Yep, that's right. Beyond the transmute. Yeah, I know. There we go, we got her. Sadako, I failed you. The last words that crazy one mattered. Sadako, first VHS tapes, just what's going on? You said you could find the remaining people on the list and get rid of those tapes. Through the dirty restaurant window, you notice a shady-looking man wearing a jacket covered in strange symbols. He stops in front of a house, visibly nervous. Before he enters the house, he turns around and sees checking for any unwanted followers. What could it mean? Just follow the weird man. The door is locked, but you repeat enough to pattern the suspicious name used. A moment later, the door opens and a surprised teen with greasy hair asks who the hell you are. Mistaking his nerves for Pulp sure is embarrassing. He's inside you believe. You spend the next few days finding everyone renting at the cursed store. Thankfully, they all haven't watched the tapes yet. You listen to keep up the copies by saying there has been a massive VHS recall. Throw the tapes in the dumpster and light them on fire. Just one more person on the list. The sound's a bit too loud? Alright, hold on a second. Let me put it down. And my voice is too silent? Okay, how's that? I turned down the music. I'm not sure what I can do about the voice because it's all the way up at the top. Is that any better? We'll have to do. Yeah, okay. I'll see what I can do about increasing my voice level when after the stream. I might be able to increase some levels, but I don't want to get my computer freeze in midstream. You arrive at the final residence and rush to the front door. As you approach closer, you hear something. Is that screaming? The sound of furniture thrashing about and someone screaming for help can be heard on the other side. Kick the door down. With all your strength, you kick the door down and rush inside. Inside the house, you're greeted by a terrifying sight. Furniture is flying all over the place like a tornado, while a ghostly TV projection of a girl with long black hair stands in the center of the room. The young man is being crushed and contorted into a bloody mess of limbs by an invisible force. You are too late. Get out of there! You try to escape, but a piece of furniture flies in front of you and blocks your path. The entity approaches you. Is this Sadako? Something has entered our reality. Oh, she's a ghost, so I have to actually do something else. Okay. Spiritual actions. Sever. Okay. Sever. And sever. The neighbors had called the police due to all the commotion. Oh no, this isn't licensed, this is a mod. Due to all the commotion, but you managed to escape out the window before they arrived. Exhausted, you had decided to head back home. You're relieved that nobody else is on the list, but two things still bother you. What are you doing about the rental store that is still filled with tampered VHS tapes, and what is going to happen to you since watching the video? That's a good question. Let's rest. I'm not sure if you know, guess I was also a mod. Just do stamina reason. There we go. We're good. Final day. You awake from a cold sweat. The realization has just dawned on you. The timing of the first person to die and the other death at the house 7 days. 7 days after viewing the tape, it seems Sadako appears for you. Today will be your 7th day since watching the tape. You rush to the rental store with a box of matches and a can of gasoline. It's time to end this. Rush into the rental shop and start pouring gasoline onto the floors of the building. Suddenly, a cloaked figure enters from the shadows and approaches you slowly. You ruined our resurrection ritual. sacrifices. She needs them to live again. The cloaked figure points to the corner of the shop. What is that? Some horrifying creature standing there in the darkness staring back at you. Look what you did to our beloved. She's incomplete, unfinished. The creature walks toward you in the light. It's Sadako. 8 large tarantula legs that stand out of her back. I haven't played Silent Hill: The Room. "30 hit points? Oh my god." Alright. Oh, she is definitely hurting me here. Alright. We're good. We gained a new level. Slug falls to the ground. Limbs and gore, something goo. Cloaked figure goo. Okay, 1 dexterity. Let's add some reason. Remains melt into a dark goo. Cloaked figure melts into the same dark goo. Alright. You watch as the rental store burns into the ground in a giant inferno. Firefighters arrive at the scene to try to contain the fire as you walk back home. It's finally over. You stopped the resurrection and destroyed all the cursed tapes, but something is still bothering you. Just how many of those cultists are still out there? Why are there so many new rental stores suddenly popping up all over Japan? Alright. Radio mast failure. Well, we have the first key. Let's see how we're doing. We need more stamina. Oh, was there a ring game on the Dreamcast? How was it? I can't imagine it was any good. Yeah, I figured. Alright, so I think these other mods will be a little bit more official. A Resident Evil ripoff? Well, yeah, naturally, as you said. Morbid Mystery of a Marital Madness? Languishing log of a leeching loom. Pen Pal Prowls Postal. Let's do this one. come home with another long night, after another long night, to find your mailbox stuffed with flyers and bills. Among the rubbish, one letter stands out, your address and name neatly written in cursive on the envelope. Oh, is this new music? You open it in your apartment to find a single postcard of Tokyo Tower. On the back is the same handwriting. A message. Hi, it's me. I miss you. Do you miss me too? Are your investigations going well? Do you never write anymore? Have you considered how that makes me feel? Perhaps I should check on you, see how you're doing. Yours truly, T. You put the postcard down uneasy. Who is this mysterious sender and what do they want? All right. You can't really think of any friends or even acquaintances in Tokyo who the message could refer to. You scrutinize the envelope, looking for any clues pointing to the author's identity. It doesn't surprise me that it was released internationally. I mean, it is a licensed product. Let's travel to the apartments. There's no return address, and next to yours there seems to be some other characters blotted out. The envelope looks crumpled and the postmark is smeared, but as far as you can tell, it looks genuine. As you're wondering if the letter was just a rather distasteful prank, there's a sudden knock on your door. You jump up startled. Could it be? Sneak to the door and look through the peephole. You creep to the door, careful not to make any noise, wary of the presence of the other side. To your relief, looking through the peephole, you recognize your local mailman. The relief is somewhat tempered as you realize he's holding another envelope in his hand. You grab the letter and slam the door, impatient to rip the envelope open. There's another postcard inside, this time from Nikko, around 150 kilometers from Tokyo. You flip the card. Another message, same writing as the last one. The ring was pretty obscure in the West? Well, yeah, I mean, before the movie, yeah, I can see that. Hi, it's me. Are you even home? Why do you keep ignoring me? All you needed was to pick up a pen and paper and write something back. If letters mean so little to you, we'll see how you like it when we meet face to face. See you soon. Yours truly, T. The timing of the second letter, along with the different postcard, proves that the mysterious sender is serious. Not comfortable with this one-sided arrangement, you decide to visit Chiokawa Post Office to gain more insight into the letter's origin. Your path is blocked by a rotting corpse covered in poison ivy. Hey, Squatch, how you doing? Oh my goodness. Suta-chan. You're already scared, Squatch. That's a good start. Alright. There we go. The post office is crowded, a long line forming at the counter. customer service rep looks tired as she inspects the envelopes. The postmark dates are illegible, but it would take around 3 days for a letter from Tokyo or Nikko to reach us. At least that's not too much of a delay. I could run away, but I think that costs Doom, and I'm supposed to keep Doom low. Alarmed by the sound of glass breaking, you discover the corpse of a policeman lying in a pool of blood. It looks like someone or something tore out his throat. Let's steal his gun. He won't be needing it for sure, but you still feel bad about stealing from a corpse. Let's see, perception, farm, speed, damage 3, speed 72, speed 80, chance to hit 80. Damage when shot 9, wow. Hey, Wei, how you doing? I'll make a note, so if another letter comes up, your mailman will try to prioritize it, she continues. But if there are any real threats, you should probably contact the police. Leaving the post office empty-handed, you decide to go back home. Yeah, it's been a while, Wei. I'm glad that you're here. You find an envelope lying on the pillow in your bedroom. Inside is cash and a note from someone who has been watching you. They wish you luck in your task and promise to meet you soon. Just how did this envelope end up in your bedroom? Plus 2 funds, minus 1 reason. You spend the rest of the evening trying to put your mind at ease, not really being able to follow up on any other investigations. The next day, despite a full night of sleep, you are still anxious, the apartment no longer feeling like a safe haven. Let's rest. Well, I need to keep the reason and stamina up. If one of them goes to 0, then I die. Reason is basically sanity. It's past the noon, and the mailman didn't come yet. You get ready to check the letterbox downstairs just in case, but as you're about to leave the apartment, you see a shadow passing into the door. Is there someone waiting right outside? Sneak to the door and look through the peephole. Sneak to the door and look through the peephole. The stairwell seems empty. Straight lines curve through the glass. You open the door and look outside, but there's no one here. Plus 1 doom. As you check the letterbox, the mailman arrives, another envelope already out of his bag. You ask him if he happened upon anyone suspicious leaving the building, but you only get a confused headshake in response. You grab the letter and retreat upstairs. This time the postcard depicts Eno Kimura's town square, merely 3 train stops away from Shiokawa. You hear rustling on the other side of your apartment door. Someone is trying to get in. Oh my. Whoa, I got a concussion. -1 to knowledge until the end of the current mystery. Alright. Let's attack. Alright. 7 left. There we go. Wait, what's that? Pick it up. We found a baseball bat. Hi, it's me. Is this how you're going to treat me? You leave me with no choice. If you don't want to be open with me, I'll just have to open you myself. Yours truly, T. That does it. It's time to involve the police. Wait, was that in his letter too? No. I could shoot him. I have 4 bullets. I'm thinking about saving the bullets because, well, I only have 4. Seeing the... Whoa. Gruesome altar. Seeing the 2 chopped off heads, you can't help but wonder who's been preparing your food for the past week. Let's call the police. Charisma check failure. There was something in your version of events that didn't add up. You've been detained, but due to the lack of evidence, the police let you go after 48 hours. Resolve the event. A rude police officer at the reception desk tries to brush you off. Creepy mail? We don't have time for that. Look around. It's as if the entire Shiokawa collectively decided to lose their minds. You insist, and he eventually relents and takes a note. Yeah, classic police call. He half-heartedly assures you a detective is going to call you as soon as one's available. Yeah, that's a typical police call, all right. All right. Let's investigate the apartments. The hours pass, and you impatiently wait for the call from the police, running to the peephole with every noise outside just to see another neighbor passing by. Exhausted, you doze off in the chair only to wake up startled by knocking on the door. Just as you stand up to answer, the phone rings, too. You have no energy left for dealing with mailmen and delivering creepy postcards or unhelpful police asking for useless questions. You decide to hunker down, hoping that they all leave you alone. The phone rings persistent, accompanied by the knocking at the door. While your irritation grows, after a moment it goes silent, and just a moment later knocking stops too. In the resounding silence, you hear the mailman's loud steps growing quieter as he moves away from the door. Then the phone rings again, and to your utter confusion, the banging on the door resumes instantly as well. You spend the rest of the day curled up in the bathtub, covering your ears in vain. As the phone and door continue playing in unison, the noise must have alarmed your neighbors too, who respond with the most logical course of action in the situation. Banging at your floor and ceiling. Of course. -1 perception. By the time the sun rises, it's been quiet for hours, but you still hear the noise perfectly clear in your head. When you crawl out, you see your phone disconnected, but you can't help but laugh. You check your mailbox later, but it's empty. No other messages from the mysterious T arrive in the following days, and you've eventually put the whole affair out of your mind. In fact, for some time after, no more mail arrives at all. After taking up the matter with the post office, you're informed there was an incident and your mailman retired. His delivery region has been handled by another postman for the time being. His eventual permanent replacement doesn't even bother with personal delivery, opting to just drop everything straight into the letterbox. You don't really mind. Okay, I got ending C on that one. All right, let's see here. I'm getting a lot of Doom. We find a small key. Let's see how I'm doing on stats. We got hallucinations. I wonder if I can remove that curse. Okay, anyway, we have more mods. Yes, events and mysteries are randomly generated. Like, especially the events, they're randomly chosen. Let's see here. Languishing log of a leeching loon. Wretched retelling of wretched. Is that supposed to be wretched? Wretched retelling of a repulsive rental. The new rental store in town is all the rage with the local alternative crowd. While offering a classic anime and kaiju films, there's also a section for video nasties, the most depraved horror attractions anyone has ever seen. And recently, violence in town has been getting out of hand. Could these films really be influencing the youth to become more violent? Are the students really acting more violent? You should head to the school and see. Let's see. Let me check to see if there's somewhere I can take my curse away. Nope, there's not. Your friend worked in a video store and kept finding dudes doing things in the adult section? Oh my god. Wait, why is it suddenly so dark outside? You stand by the window to take a look. Black smog emerges from the courtyard, coating everything in oily vapor. Oh, I know this one. Okay, so these eyes in here mean that I need to avoid this if possible, not fail this event. You run from the window before anything happens. 5 EXP, good. Oh. Let's see here. I'll take the +1 perception and more dexterity. None of the students seem any different, but you notice a lack of the usual troublemakers. They like to hang out on the boardwalk. Maybe you should investigate. Okay. So something pulls you towards the beach. A statuette half buried in the sand is calling you. Feeling your hand shaking, you take a step closer. The statuette is surprisingly heavier than it looks. Mesmerized, you take it home and wonder where you'll display it. It's a bad idea. Boardwalk vendors tonight seeing the usual youth in the area. In fact, it's just like they up and disappeared. It's time to stop messing around. You're going to that new store. Walking through the hospital corridor, you're stopped by an older man with a cast on his leg. Can you help me go down these stairs? Help the man. It takes you some time, but you successfully help the man and bring him a wheelchair. He thanks you and smiles. Okay. It doesn't look any different than any other VHS shop, rental shop, except the fact that it's absolutely packed with customers. You head inside. The clerk behind the counter watches you as you browse the wares. Okay. Walking through the park, you find a little girl crying alone in the playground. When you ask what's wrong, she says that she can't find her mommy. Luckily, you spot the girl's address on the backpack lying nearby. Oh, I know, this is a cursed girl and she's trying to get to her mom. If Doom is 100%, then you lose. The horror section is lit up in bright green neon, beckoning you to come closer. You stare at the selections. Festival of Fear, Perverted Vent Crawler, Hot-Blooded Eye Eels. These films, they're all about the city. Yeah, they're all mysteries that you can potentially have in this game. Our master is coming, and we can all bask in its glory. Glitched Magician. All right. There we go. Alright. So, every time he hits me, I get more Doom. Time freezes. The action is cancelled? Throw the baseball bat. Oh, I can win. He's only got 1 HP left. The clerk behind the counter is getting impatient. You'd better rent something and fast. The clerk glares at you. You gotta rent something or not? This isn't a damn hangout, you know. I got plenty of funds. You successfully rent one of the video nasties. The clerk gives an evil grin as he accepts your payment. Enjoy the film. You race home with the tape in its plastic clamshell case. Once inside your apartment, you prepare to watch the film you got. Wait, maybe this isn't such a good idea. Look at the tape in your hand. Shiokawa Scissor Slasher. Destroy the tape. You know what? It's probably best you don't watch this. Forget watching the tape. You have a better idea. Should I equip the police revolver? Can't do it. You just can't do it. You're not this stupid. Figuring one way or the other, you're watching this tape will either lead you to your death or brainwash you. You vow to destroy it. Putting the tape in the microwave, you watch as it melts. It lets out a horrifying scream as if it were alive. You drop the remains in the box outside the video store. Shiokawa Video Club continues to rent to the populace whether you like it or not. You probably won't rent another movie for a while. Just as well. You don't have time for videos. Alright. Maybe we should have fought the creature? I don't know. Alright, so we have 3 of the 5 keys we need. Oh look, there's the statue that we found. Let's re-equip the steak knife. And let's check the startling secret of the spiral seashells. There we go. Finally the original music. I like the original music the best. And according to eyewitness testimony, the crazed assailant was holding a spiral seashell in their other hand. This gruesome stabbing attack is yet another violent act that took place recently in Shiokawa. Local marine biologists believe that some sort of chemical compound released by the decaying plankton might be responsible. You turn off the radio and begin to think about the story. Could there really be a connection between the seashells and the recent acts of violence against Shiokawans? First of all, you ought to have a look at these seashells yourself. She sells seashells by the seashore. If the story is true, the seashells should be aplenty at the local beach. Nothing stops you from picking up a few for a closer look. That's right. Local marine biologist George Costanza. You easily find a large seashell, almost pale white in color. It's such a lovely spiral. You shiver in terror with vivid images of you stabbing a child invade your mind. You barely restrain yourself from making them a reality. Alright, -2 reason, that's not great. You drop the shell in the trash can and run away, images inside your head slowly disappearing. You return home just in time to see some policemen establishing a crime scene in front of your apartment block. Did something happen? As you prepare a bath, you think about all the possible leads so far. You're very tired, so maybe ice cold water is a good idea. Okay. Ice cold water revitalizes you and you're ready for the investigation. And you've leveled up. Regain 1 stamina for all successful event skill checks. Okay. Stabbed her boyfriend 7 times because the seashell told her so. She was such a calm, quiet girl, though. This is getting out of hand. Surely someone other than the police is investigating these violent acts. You ought to ask some people around. As you glance around, you notice that more and more people are wearing strange masks, unlike anything you've ever seen before. As you turn to your friends for reassurance, you notice that they are also wearing these eerie masks. Their voices sound muffled and distorted, and you can't shake off the feeling that they're not quite themselves. The hairs on the back of your neck stand on end, and you realize something is terribly wrong. Hiding something? Can't help but wonder what lies behind the mask that conceals the faces of the people around you. Are they even people they claim to be? Or are they masquerading as something they're not, hiding the true identities behind the mask that they wear? You learn that someone at the local high school is very interested in these cases, a professor or some such. If you're lucky, you should be able to find her there. You enter the art workshop. The room is cluttered with half-finished sculptures and bizarre masks hanging on the wall. One sculpture strikes you as eerily realistic. Let's check out the sculpture. The head of one sculpture looks so lifelike. You move closer and reach your hand nervously to touch it. It falls off. A headless person stumbles out of the sculpting classroom and it's reaching for your head. All right. There we go. The woman you're looking for is a retired history teacher. She's a native of Shiokawa who apparently warned the locals about the seashells, but nobody would listen. You have to ask her about this weird case. If only you could find her address. Hey Kevin, how you doing? Hearing footsteps behind you, you realize that you're not the only student here. A girl wearing a demon's mask starts giggling as she gets closer. Young witch. Oh, I'm glad you're doing well. Three stamina damage? Wow. Wait, what's that? Box cutter. Sharp yet fragile. You obtain the elderly historian's address from one of the teachers. As it turns out, she still lives in Shiokawa, just a few blocks away from the city center. You knock on the door and a raspy voice tells you to enter. Surrounded by old encyclopedias and outdated atlases, the elderly historian is sipping her tea, eyeing you quizzically. The seashells, the repeating cycle of the awakening. The old woman then launches into a lengthy tirade about sunken cities, sleeping squids, and dying stars, all according to patterns observed by the astronomers of old. I tried to warn them, but they didn't listen. They never listen. The old lady rocks in her chair back and forth. A repeating cycle? The awakening? You rush towards the seaside thinking this must not be allowed to happen. The seashells must be destroyed before the cycle ends. Walking on the beach, you discover a giant charred pit. As you wonder what burned here and why, you hear a crackling sound getting louder as everything around you becomes scorching hot. Whoa! Burning Man. Uh-oh. I got to do spiritual actions. Let's sever ties to our world. 24 hit points? God dang. Wait, what's that? Corpse dust. Do I have a burn? I've got a burn. Beach is devoid of people, but near the water's edge you notice some shiny white lumps buried in white sand. In the wet sand. Let's see how I'm doing. I receive additional combat damage. That's no good. You gasp in horror when you approach the shells. They have eyes on them. Human eyes, and they're all staring at you and blinking. Perhaps wondering what you were going to do. Even now, you can feel their alien stares drilling into your mind, placing suggestions of violence and gore in it. Unable to tolerate this anymore, you lift your foot and crush the nearby seashell underneath your boot, and then another, and another, and another. You crash the eye shells one by one. Squishy noises echo into your ears with each seashell you crush, the wet squish of crushed eyes. With the seashells destroyed, the violence diminishes and relative peace returns to Shiokawa. You think it to be the end of the story, and then you hear a news report about the spiral seashells washing up on the shores of a nearby town. Creepy. Well, we got one key left. Let's take a bath. Oh, somebody there. horrendous hunger of a hateful hobo. Half-eaten bodies are found near the old metro tunnel, and a homeless man is thought to be the culprit. But is that the truth? Another body was found in the old metro tunnel. Another half-eaten body chewed straight through. The tunnel in question was abandoned after the latest seawater flooding. The company maintaining the metro network relocated the line above ground years ago. Since then, it's been a frequent home to a few homeless people, including one man now at the center of the story. The police suspects that this homeless man has lost his mind, became a cannibal, and started killing and eating random passerbys. But there's no proof of supporting this theory as of yet. Could one homeless man truly be a cannibalistic criminal mastermind? Or is the real story behind this recent murders much more sinister? I think I need to go to the hospital first. There we go. Offensive actions, leadership. Stamina. The police have found another partially eaten body near the abandoned metro tunnel. The crowd of the onlookers is already gathered at the crime scene. You cannot make your way to the front of the crowd. You have to satisfy yourself with the glimpses of policemen. Quite a few people around you are exchanging information about the gruesome murder, though. Perhaps someone knows something interesting? The onlookers are eagerly gossiping about the latest victim. You learn a lot of obscure details about the deceased girl, but nothing solid about the murderer. It's the same story as before. Someone was passing by the tunnel and found a corpse near the entrance riddled with bite marks all over it. I wonder if someone perhaps knows more about the homeless man himself. He's got to at least have a name or something, right? That pair has been following you since morning. You finally managed to lose him, but you can't shake the feeling that it will only get worse. You learn that this man's been living in the tunnel pretty much since its closure, and he has sometimes been bothering teenagers whilst drunk, but nobody knows his name. Another story you hear is that high schoolers believe in a giant worm living in the school sewage pipes behind the murders. The students of the school are sure to be a fountain of rumors and stories, including the one about the pipe worm. It might take some time to find the source, though. Just gotta find the right person. The toilet worm? Yeah, I heard that it swims through the sewer pipes in the afternoon, after the school closes, and then in the morning, right before the classes begin. One trip a day towards the city, one trip a day towards the sea. Old metro tunnel and the local school. Could they truly be connected? And does something truly monstrous travel from here and there through the sewer pipes? Let's explain why the homeless man is present at the crime scene every time. You bump into one of your teammates in the gym. "Hey, Takahashi," she says, looking over you with her brows furrowed. "Are you doing okay? You've been acting really weird lately and you look super tired." You shouldn't burden her with everything that's going on, but you hesitate, but after a deep breath, you tell her what's really going on. Shockingly, she believes you and wants to help. You try to convince her that you find your own, but she's clearly made up her mind. You feel guilty letting her get involved, but you know she will be a big help. We got an ally. Bingo. From the janitor, you hear that the school is connected to the same sewer network that runs adjacent to the old metro tunnel, and that the sewers are connected to the sea. Your friend asks you to meet them at a certain secluded location. Getting there, you find a telescope with a note signed by your friend. The note tells you to look through the telescope. Curious to check it out. You don't see anything at first, then you notice it. The bloated body of Ash Yolask is getting closer. What's to be done? Guided by the words of an old man living nearby, you can easily and quickly reach the entrance to the sewers, located far from Shirakawa's beaches. The gate is easily opened, but then you realize how dark it is inside. I wonder if it's a good idea after all. With how dark it is inside, one bad step can send you plummeting into the sewage below, or something even worse. You're careful enough to keep yourself near the wall, and slowly move forward, avoiding obvious holes and sudden pitfalls. You push the manhole covering and climb out of the sewers. You emerge just across the street from the entrance to the old metro tunnel. Wait, you could swear something's watching you from within the tunnel. Could it be the homeless man? The mind worm behind the man. You squint, trying to adjust your eyesight to the dimly lit metro tunnel as you step inside it. You stop in your tracks when you spot the homeless man with a large worm attached to his head. Is it trying to suck his brains out? You grab onto the disgusting worm and start pulling. The screams of the man and screeching of the worm work in tandem to drive you crazy, and you have to endure them for a few long moments before you manage to pry the strange creature off the man's head and toss it to the ground. You turn around and you hear a sudden scream. The homeless man is staring wide-eyed at the eldritch being you've just destroyed, and screaming runs deeper into the tunnel. Your shouting that you won't hurt him have no effect, and that is the last you see of him. Exasperated, tired, and quite smelly, you turn around and leave the tunnel. It's about time you've had a shower. When you return home, an exasperated neighbor tells you that the police have cordoned off an old metro tunnel. You shudder to hear that there is no mention of the corpse of the mind-controlling worm. The police choose not to reveal its existence, or we got ending A. All right. So I think we should get all the keys. Just daily life in Ohio. Alright, let's see here. How are we doing? We need more reason. Yeah, we got all the keys, so we should go to the lighthouse. Let's start a new mystery. Before we go to the lighthouse, though, I'd like to... I would like to rest if I could. Well, well. Let's go to the lighthouse. The ominous lighthouse has been closed down for longer than you can remember. Multiple padlocks prevent you from entering the building. You need 5 keys. You finally made it inside the cursed lighthouse. Your gut is telling you 2 things: that whoever or whatever is behind the weird events must be on the highest floor of this place, and that you should run away from this place as far and as fast as you can. You're afraid there won't be an easy way back once you start climbing these stairs. Let's, rest a bit. And start climbing. The second enemy I fought this run. Oh, geez. Sadako Cultist? That's okay, I've got Doom to spare. Select the title of the second mystery you investigated. Following the winding staircase, you were stopped by a metal gate. A tiny page nailed to the gate explains that opening the gate will require you to grab 2 metal rods using your own body as a natural conductor will power up the gate. Grab the rods, electricity flowing through your body and burning the nerve endings. Pain is almost unbearable, but with a buzz, the gate opens. Following the winding staircase, you are stopped by darkness. A thick black cloud is obscuring your vision, and you can swear something is waiting for you inside of it. You decide to brave the veil. You finally emerge a while later safe. You can't ever explain the blasphemous whispers you heard. You're stopped by a girl wearing a dirty black school uniform. "I'm sorry, but I can't let you go any further," she says, reaching for her bag. "It's too late anyway." You instinctively take a step back while you notice a knife in her hand. You have to think fast. You suddenly talk her into allowing you to pass, but suddenly she raises the knife and slices right across her own throat, nearly decapitating herself. You carefully step over her body. Oh! Did I beat the game? The dark clouds swirl around the lighthouse. Did you arrive too late? As the unnatural fog slowly lifts, you are relieved and collapse on the floor. The next day, everything feels like a bad dream. You've managed to stop the ritual awakening of the eldritch old god, but what's done is done. Will stir in its slumber again and again until the stars are right once more. Congratulations, you're safe. For now. Nice. And I unlocked another achievement. Well, that was World of Horror, everybody. Those mods are pretty good. I say I was pleasantly surprised. Let's see. It's about 78, 80 minutes. I think I'll call it here. It was a good session. Anyway, next time will be Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern. I still don't know what I'm going to play, but it'll be something fun, no doubt. Yeah, so thank you all for coming. Yes, you definitely do need to still pick this up. This is a great game, Way. Especially for Halloween. It's a great Halloween game for sure. In any case, I will see you all hopefully on Wednesday. And yeah, everybody have a great week, and I'll see you back in the stream. Bye-bye.